Hi guys, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my page called Tammy Loves Vintage, and I'd like to invite you to join my friend Melanie Ferguson's page called Southern Crush Creative Club, and she's going to be live streaming from my page over into her group, and I'm kicking off a big day of crafting for the summer craftathon. So Melanie has posted 3 different craftathons. She did a Christmas, a spring, and now the summer. So it's looking like a pattern. So anyway, again, my name is Tammy Neff, and you're on my page, Tammy Loves Vintage. And also, hopefully we're gonna connect over with Melanie on Southern Crush Creative Club. So anyway, I'm gonna drop you guys down here and let's get started. I have the first craft of the day, so I'm always excited to be the kicker offer. So today what we're going to be making is a topiary with an embroidery hoop and a candlestick. So those of you that have been in Melanie's club or group have my links to the things that we're going to be using. I linked this farmhouse type candlestick from Amazon. I also linked a bunch of succulents. I got my box in the mail so I could, show you guys all the things. So I got all my succulents. Oops, let me put you on down a little farther here. So all of the succulents came, and I don't know that we'll use all of them, but we always tuck succulents in everything here at Tammy Loves Vintage. So, and then also I think I linked some moss, some assortment of mosses, and an embroidery hoop also. So okay, so I have all of that. Now I'm not going to look at comments. I'm seeing some comments, some hellos. Thank you all, sweet friends, for saying hi. I'm not going to read comments so that we can keep going. I want to make sure to get the craft in. We're here more for that. And then if I have time at the end, I'll chat with you. And if not, then I'll just answer comments when Melanie's moved on to the next gal. So let's get moving here. Oh, I know one more thing that I linked was blocks of styrofoam. And if you got my styrofoam, let's see, I cut some off already just to be fast. We have 20 minutes, so every minute counts here. So I cut off about this much. So let me give you a quick measure. So the total block was 6 inches, and for my candlestick, I tried to size my candlestick, as you can see, and I've got approximately roughly 4.5 inches is what I'm going with. Okay, you can make it bigger, and you'll have to cut your sides more if you're embroidery hoop, but I went ahead and did this also before, and all I did was hot glue, so I can show you with this one. You just spin it. You just take your embroidery hoop, you tighten it down at the top. Okay, tighten, really tighten it. And then you turn it like this, okay? And then you're just gonna lift and push, put a little dab of hot glue here, a little dab of hot glue here, and let it sit up. And then you've got your topiary. Now, I kind of think that this mechanism thing on the top looks kind of cool, so I'm going to leave mine up. If you want to hide it, you can just bury it like here, and you'll want to bury your foam. Like I started cutting, and then I thought I need to do some of it with you guys. So you would need to like cut a little deeper to allow the foam here. See, allow the foam to sit. So you could hide it. You could, you might be able to angle it like this even. I haven't never done that. I've made 3, and I've always made them to where the thing is at the top. Again, it's just one of those it gives it a vintage look to me, a more industrial, I guess, side of it. I don't know. It's just me. So let me get you down here again. So what I did was we want to secure this to the candlestick, and yet I want to secure this as well. So we're trying to secure everything. So I took my X-Acto knife. I think I might have even linked that for you guys that didn't have one, because they're really nice. They're retractable, and you can bust off the blades. There's little lines. I use mine all the time, but there's little lines there, and the cap on the end right here slips off, and there's a little slit, and you stick it in there and break them off. So it's a great crafting tool for me. I love it. So all right, let's keep moving here. So I'm just cutting the corners here to allow this one in And then I'm just gonna shove this little X-Acto knife in here and release that a little bit. I also have an old steak knife here too that might even not be as flimsy for that part. Either way. Let's see, did I cut that? Yeah, I did. Okay, so here we go. It's a beautiful day here in Ohio. I'm hoping it's a nice day for everybody. Okay, let's see here. So I've got my metal on the top for me. You guys do it how you prefer. Let me see here. So, whoops. So if you can see, one is gonna go a little deeper. This cross here is gonna go a little deeper. So I started carving it first. I got it in there pretty tight. There's a little bit of a gap, but I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good. So I'm going to call it good. I'm going to put some hot glue in here to secure this to the foam. Okay, make sure I get this right. Yep, just like a puzzle. Okay, so I'm securing that in there. And then we're going to do the same thing with the hot glue and attach it to our candlestick. Now, I will be showing you at the end here, so if this craft, you know, if you're like, I got this, and you're busy or whatever, speed forward to the end and see. I'll show you the other ones. Whoops, it wasn't quite set up. I'll show you the other ones that I made. One of them I made, well, see, I made them both at the same time. I have a little group too, and I made it in there, and we, I put one outside, and it has been, whoops, it has been outside, winter, spring, summer, fall. We did it last year. So I can show you how it weathered. Oh boy, I'm dripping, and it's hot. But I wasn't thinking about that. Let's see, what else I got here. All right, if that's the worst that happens, we're in great shape. So remember, you might drip a little, okay? So I just gotta get it off my hands. How are we doing? We're 6 minutes in, so we should be good. I know we always, all of us crafters worry 20-minute timeline and all that. So it may seem like I'm rushing. I'm totally not ignoring your questions. Please ask anything. I will answer you back when we're all done. Look in the comments. So now when you're doing any sort of arrangement, so here's my candlestick so you can see, here I'm all attached. Here's my embroidery hoop with the thing at the top. You can flip yours however you like. So I'm going to get out all of my succulents. And the other ones that I did a lot of succulents. I don't know, we all love succulents. So these are not live. You could do live, I betcha, with the water foam. You might have to, you know, put a tray under there of some sort. I don't know, you might have to do a little more rigging, but I bet you could. Or you could do, oh shoot, I just dropped one. It was a little one, it's not important. Not that you're not important, it's just, we'll use you somewhere else. Okay, so I should have had all this open. But you could use the hen and chicks. You can lay hen and chicks right on top of the moss that we're going to be using and just spritz them, and you don't have to put dirt or anything like that. So that's what I was, in my mind, that's what I was thinking when I say succulents, or the hen and chicks, just to be clear. Oh, look at this tiny little thing. I've never seen one like that. This came in the kit. Isn't that cool? He's going in there. So, oh, and we got purple. Look at this. There's a purple one. Cool. I hadn't even opened them all. I just kind of peeked in the box. I wanted to make sure that I had, oh, look at this fuzzy one. Nice kit. I think this kit was like $20. It was a really good deal. It might have been more. You guys don't hold me to that. I forget. I did it when Melanie asked me to put links. I did. So, and thank you, by the way, Melanie, for having all of us do this. I just jump right in and start going like I do it every day, which I don't. Okay, so when you do a typical floral arrangement, you kind of want some drama, and you need to think about, you always want to have a thriller, you want to have a spiller, and you want to have a, let's see, a filler, a thriller, and a spiller. You want to have a filler, something to just like take up all of the room, the excess room. So we're going to work on those three concepts: filler, thriller, and spiller. So this one obviously is our spiller, and it's always like the most important one to me. I love when they hang down like that. I just think it takes on a life of its own. So that's always fun to have a spiller. That's part of the best part. So I'm looking to see which is going to be my thriller, and I feel like I need, I bet you this whole thing will be, but I don't want to put that whole thing in like that. You know, your thriller, let me show you. Your thriller could be a flower, you know, like this, something like that. Don't have this very good. You could stick a flower in there, or you could do like a big, like I thought about this one actually, because I usually do neutrals, a more vintagey feel. Maybe spritzing this down and making it a little bit more vintage looking. But yeah, that's a really pretty. See how that would be your thriller? Okay, but I'm going to keep it neutral. I think I'm going to keep it neutral with just these, and then I can always pop in a little flower or two. I laid these out as well. You could throw in pieces of this, or you could throw in some berries, or you could throw in some really bright colors. So I've got the things. So let's get going here. Maybe this will be this is kind of cool. So I'm just gonna stick a little hot glue on each piece that you do. You want to put a little glue in. I know some of you may use the foam that's the really soft. I just find that to be really messy, so I don't prefer that myself. I like this harder stuff. Now let's see, I need to cut this one down. I feel like it's just way too long. So I've got my cutters there. They're just wire cutters. They're not a fancy floral thing. Okay. So I'm just poking now. There's no rhyme, no reason. I'm just trying to fill this a bit. I love this purple one with the purple. How am I doing? I'm 10 minutes in. I got 10 minutes to finish. Okay. So I'm gonna stick this here. And I'm gonna stick this one maybe a little bit over here. I did bring in some lace. You know, if you guys follow me, I love vintage. So I have this really old vintage piece of lace. I was kind of thinking about working in as part of the spiller. So I kind of want it off to the side. I was thinking about popping in a little chunk of lace here. I forgot my floral pins though, so that may not fly. And then putting my filler. This is way too long. Whoops. That's way too long. Oops. Okay. Putting my filler in. I usually put my filler in last, or my spiller, I mean. Let's see here. So yeah, I kind of like the softness of that. Let's do that. I've never done one like that before. This is an awesome piece of lace. Lace is always expensive when you get the vintage lace. A lot of times it's handmade. This one is not handmade. I'm thinking I don't need all of that wadded up, just to save a little bit and to be able to use another piece to hang out of something else. I'm gonna cut it and save a piece because I think I'm still gonna get the same effect like that. Yeah, I think it's gonna be just the same. So I probably, let's see, how am I gonna do this without my pin? I didn't bring a floral pin. I meant to get it. I went downstairs. You know, you go down to get something and I got something else and totally forgot my floral pins. Oh yeah, that works just fine. That lace is so thin. And then I can cut it off or short. I can pull it up here. I'll pull it up just a little bit to shorten it up a little bit. It might be cuter. All right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and poke the spiller in. This is just always the best part for me. The thriller should be the best part, but for me, it's really the spiller. I love that part. It just gives it some action and motion, and so of course we're going for all of the textures, but this adds the motion and the interest and just the soft trailiness of it. I just love that. So let's do that. So that is our spiller. I also pulled a couple of keys. I've never done this before, but I pulled a couple of antique skeleton keys, and I thought about spilling those out as well. Here, let's see, because everybody that knows me knows I love that kind of thing. So I just put them on a little piece of leather, and I kind of like that to be different. So let's just poke that in here with a little bit of glue. Okay, so I'm gonna snip those off. I'm just gonna lay them in there. That should catch. And then I'm just gonna finish poking in here. So I want to make it pretty all the way around, which I didn't glue that, but I'm not going to take the time because I've got 6 minutes to finish here. So we don't want to run out of time. This is the other one I was considering to be the thriller, but it's a little bit small. Maybe if I don't poke it in so far. Oh, here's a second one. So that might make it look bigger. Let's see, I'm into my lace. There we go. There you go. So see how it's coming alive? And so this little purple guy is just awfully sweet. I might just, its stem isn't long enough. That's how it came. So I'm just gonna put some hot glue around the base of him. I'm gonna set him in here, and yes, he's hitting, as long as he's hitting something, I'm happy. So you hit something, it's good. So let's stick, oh, I love the coloring of that one. And, oh, this one might be a little bit big. I'm gonna stick it kind of on the top here. You can see how much pressure I'm adding, and they're doing great. So we'll stick another one there. And then I have this little cute guy, which is so cool. I'm gonna stick him right here where he'll show out the side. So here's where we are. We're doing good. I've got 5 minutes left. Oh, and I didn't use any of these yet. So let's get some, this is from Hobby Lobby. I did not link it. There's very few greens that I like at Hobby Lobby. Actually, there's two. This one, I'll show you a close-up so you know what you're looking for. And this one. These are the only two greens that I buy from Hobby Lobby. Otherwise, I buy wholesale, sell them on my website to the girls that follow me. I'm not really, you know, talking about that or whatever. I'm just saying, I love their florals. All my florals come from Hobby Lobby. So in case Hobby Lobby is watching, you're dynamite on your florals, but your greens aren't doing it for me. But I always tell everybody I'm a greenery snob, right? I like good stuff. So you might think that's an offensive title for me, but I don't mind. I wear that proudly. So, okay, I'm just shortening this up because it felt a little bit tall. But so this would kind of be your filler, I think, just to kind of fill in any air holes, any gaps, anything that needs a little softening would be a good word. So you're just kind of gonna add two with this. So hopefully you guys can tell how it's softening up, and it's just, it takes on a fern type look, so it's all still very neutral, would go in any home. If the purple doesn't work for you, if you've got red, you know, farmhouse red, you probably won't want to go for the purple pieces, so just don't put those in. You know what you can do is stick them in your outdoor, stick them in a pot of outdoor flowers. No one would ever know that that is a silk faux. Oh, that's not strong enough to go in there, but that's okay. I'm just gonna, here's what I did. This one here, see the wire? And it's not strong enough to poke into the foam, so I just let it slide out to the side. I'm gonna cover it with moss, so it did not hurt a thing. Okay, so that's a little tricky trick for ya. Let's see here. I'm not getting anything down on my sides, and I usually do, but I think I'm gonna run out of time. That one didn't go in very well. Oh yeah, you can hear it going. So then let's just quickly, I'll probably use some Spanish moss just because it's cheaper. You guys probably, I would think, have some Spanish moss around. This is Spanish moss. Okay, and we're just, usually you need to tuck that in wherever you can see. Like I can see a hole. Can you see a hole? How can I hold this? But there's a hole, and I can, trust me, there's a hole, and I can see in it. So I'm just gonna drizzle a bunch of glue, and I'm gonna stuff this in there like that. And the coloring works well. It keeps it neutral and natural looking, but it also fills that hole. And then I'd go around all of the sides here and just drizzle some glue on the sides, and then stick this Spanish moss down first. Now this is just our backer. I don't think I put this as a thing on my list with Melanie. It was kind of an afterthought after I did that, and you get to thinking about what else could I need. I wasn't thinking about this little detail. It's very inexpensive. Doesn't matter where you get it. Spanish moss is awesome. They probably have them at dollar stores and places like that, as well as your floral supply stores, like all of them, Joann's and Hobby Lobby and all of them. So I'm just slathering on more glue. Oh, I hope you guys could see all of that. And then sticking in the moss, very messy. You can see my table, it's very messy, but it just brushes off. It's not sticky or anything like that. Ooh, I've only got 2 minutes. So I'm gonna, let's see, the only thing I wanted to do was put some pieces of this moss kit that I had you guys get. See all the different colors and things? So I will lay that then over top of the Spanish moss, just like a piece of this green here. See how that adds, can you see that color? And then if you added some of this in. See the white? I love this stuff. They're always stingy with this stuff. You never get very much of it, but it's awesome. If you lay that, oh, did my green stick or did it fall? Oh, here it is, it's stuck. So there's the green, and then there's that little bit of like the white color. So I don't know if you guys can tell very well, but I promised to show you a couple of other ones. I got a minute. So this was another one that I made quite a while ago, and it's on a skinny candlestick. So see the skinny? And then this one was a more fat, with a fatter bottom. This was a skinny, and when I say bottom, I mean top of the candlestick. And then there's one back there that was from outdoor. That was the one I had outside for so long. So anyway, you guys, I think I'm out of time. So thank you for watching. I'll tell you what, I'll post the finished picture. I'm gonna mess with it here a little bit. I'll go offline. I'm gonna mess with it. Thank you for the hearts. I'm gonna mess with it for a little bit. If you guys would, you know the drill. Sprinkle, I should say sprinkle. I would sure appreciate it. I know Melanie and all the other crafters would too. So I'll put a finished picture on my page. If you remember to scroll over there, it's called Tammy Loves Vintage. We'd love to have you. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry I couldn't answer comments here, but I will type them in and answer here as soon as I finish this. Have a great day. Thanks again, Melanie. Good luck, girls. It's gonna be a great day. Bye.